Did you know that Madame de Montespan began her affair with King Louis XIV because her marriage was an absolute train wreck? It actually ended in a fake funeral. Let's get into it. So before we get into the funeral, let's talk backstory. I'm gonna be calling Madame de Montespan Francois. Francois married Louis Henri, the Marquise de Montespan, only a week after her fiancé fled the country after participating in an illegal duel. Louis Henri was hot-headed, he had a wandering eye, and a pretty bad gambling problem. His uncle was also part of a religious group that questioned the king's divine authority. This meant that Louis Henri and his whole family were not welcome at court. This left Francois to represent the family's interests at court. The end goal was that Francois's presence would eventually lift the ban on her husband and increase the family's influence. But Louis Henri didn't get what he bargained for. Instead, Francois ended up in the king's bed. And for a time, the king and Francois could conceal their relationship effectively, but it became much harder when Francois got pregnant. When Louis Francois caught wind of the rumors about their affair, he was furious. Most other men in his position simply kind of took a step back and enjoyed the benefits of their wife sleeping with the king. Instead, he traipsed around Paris slandering anyone who would listen about his wife and the king. He also bragged about how he was going to go to every schmore house in the city, contract an STD, and then forcibly give it to his wife so he could pass it to the king. The king was weirdly chill about this behavior until Louis Henri started stalking Francois. He would find her in corridors and public places and berate her, and he even broke into a chateau where she was hiding to beat her. The servants ended up needing to pull him off and kick him out. After that, the king decided he had had enough of Louis Henri's theatrics and put him in prison. He was eventually released, but only allowed to go back to his chateau and never to come to court again. Despite this punishment, Louis Henri still couldn't resist one final act of defiance, so he held a mock funeral for his wife. He buried a dummy in the ground and dressed his carriage for mourning. He also forced their two children to attend the ceremony.